The sixth step of the seven-step process is lens correction, and that consists of two panels down here, the lens correction panel and the transform panel. Notice on this image, this message down here, it says built-in lens profile applied. Well, this was shot with my Olympus Micro Four Thirds, and it has built-in lens correction that is part of the raw file, which Lightroom recognizes and automatically applies a lens correction to. That also, Panasonic Micro Four Thirds does the same thing. However, Nikons and Canons don't do that. So let's go to a different image so I can demonstrate this. This is one that I took with my Canon 5D Mark IV out at the Shelby Farms Visitor Center. And might as well go ahead and remove chromatic aberrations. I was using, as you can see up here, a Tamron lens to take this photo. I was on a tripod. And I want to show you what happens if you enable the profile correction. Notice two things happen that, even though it probably looked all right to your eyes, the Visitor Center was bowed in slightly, and there was some vignetting in the corners of it. So let me do that again. You see how dark the corners are and how bowed in the Visitor Center is? Do it like that. So that's always a good thing to apply. But what I want to show you is you don't have to do this manually every time to your photos. What I do, instead of coming down to the lens correction panel, is every photo that I import into Lightroom, I have it do an automatic lens correction. So what we would do is, in the develop module here, you can see over here is presets, and there's something called user presets. Go ahead and create a new preset. We can name it anything. Let's just name it lens correction for now. It's going to go in the folder under my user presets and say check none. That gets rid of all these other adjustments that you can make. Check lens correction up here, which will check all of these, which we want, and hit create. Now we have this user preset lens correction. When you import photos, there's a panel called Apply on Import. And you can put one of these preset labels in here, and every photo that's imported will get a lens correction, so you don't have to go and remember to do that. And that's what I do instead of coming down and manually doing it. But one thing I do manually is if we go to the transform panel. This was done on a tripod, so it was pretty level, but I always go in here and hit auto. You can see it was slightly not level, and it leveled it for me. You can see this better if we go back to our original photo, and let's hit auto on it. You can see the bird was slightly skewed. It kind of moved him more towards the center, cropped it a little bit, but that's fine. And I think it really looks better. See, off, on. Now, the reason I do this manually is sometimes it's full. It depends what kind of lines that you have in your photo. So you want to go ahead and go in here and do the auto, and you have these manual adjustments if it gets fooled a little bit, so you can change the perspective on your photo. So that's it for lens correction. Last step coming up.